The recent SolarWinds hack has brought about a change in how people have to look at security in their organization. Typically, we focus around protection and defense, but what we found with SolarWinds was that the abuse of an internal channel for updating made it very difficult for people to detect the malicious software and then action on the malicious software once it was deployed. This has really increased the need for things like cybersecurity insurance, for tabletop exercises to know how you'd respond to a situation where you had inside software that was causing a problem. It's also made it very, very difficult for people to understand how they can do layered defense that protects against things like this. The answer is not very easy. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of monitoring, and it's a change in how we behave. We have historically looked at if we build very high walls, we can stop things at the door, we can prevent attacks from occurring inside our environment. Unfortunately, with a supply chain attack, you're taking a trusted partner and trusted software, and that software is now suspect. And so without individual testing of every software package, which is not feasible for most organizations, this carries an inherent risk that going forward will be likely an inlet for a lot of new types of malware. To address this type of threat, iVision recommends implementing proper tabletop exercises where you test and respond to this type of event in your environment. We recommend that you take vendor management very, very seriously and start doing deep security audits of the people that you choose to partner with. This will allow clients to have a better understanding as to the risks imposed by the software that they're using. And they'll have a better understanding as to how the vendors and the other providers of software are taking steps to address this risk. Ultimately, this isn't a risk that a company can take and resolve. They have to work with their vendors and they have to work with the channel in order to complete that risk assessment and risk reduction. Because of this, it requires working in concert with your vendors. Plans have to be made to test the impact of software in the environment, and we have to be able to know unequivocally before you push software out whether or not software is impacted. But at scale, this is very difficult to do, and as such, preventative measures aren't necessarily as effective as they could be. This reality makes it imperative that clients do deep monitoring of internal software in their environment, its use, and its behavior. This will help clients detect that there's modification in the software, or maybe that software is doing something that it historically had not done, and will allow them to alert and review that to detect whether it is or is not unauthorized. At iVision, we understand the need for a layered defense in-depth posture, and we'd like to help all of our clients get there. To that end, we'll be providing blog articles and other informative resources so that our clients have the information they need to address these type of supply chain risks.